Welcome. Welcome back to our channel, your peaceful space for exploring the deep wisdom of spiritual practice and inner transformation. If this is your first time joining us, thank you for being here. Your presence is deeply appreciated. And to all our regular viewers, thank you for your continued support. Today's video dives into one of the most profound, yet often misunderstood concepts in the world of Buddhist philosophy. The true meaning of observing freedom, known in many texts and traditions as Guanzi Zai, or the profound idea of seeing and becoming freedom itself. We often hear about freedom in modern culture, freedom of speech, financial freedom, emotional freedom, but what is true inner freedom? Is it about escaping difficulties, avoiding pain, or isolating ourselves from the chaos of the world? Or is it something much deeper? Something that has less to do with our circumstances and everything to do with the way we perceive them. Today, we explore why real liberation is not about running away from problems or withdrawing from the world, but about awakening from the illusions that keep us bound. We'll explore the original wisdom behind the phrase "observing freedom," unpack its deep philosophical roots, and discover how we can each practice this awareness in daily life. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what true freedom means, you'll know how to start living it. The idea of observing freedom is derived from the name of the great Bodhisattva of Avalokiteshvara, often translated as the one who observes the sounds of the world. But in deeper interpretations, especially those derived from the Chinese translation, the name becomes Guanzi Zai, the one who observes freedom, or more accurately, the one who has attained such profound understanding of emptiness and non-attachment that they live completely free in any situation. To observe freedom is to witness the true nature of things without grasping, clinging, or rejecting. It is the ability to be fully present in this moment, completely aware of what is, without the need to alter or resist it. This level of observation is not passive. It is deeply engaged, highly conscious, and rooted in profound clarity and compassion. Many people mistake freedom for avoidance. They think, if only I could escape this job, this relationship, this environment, then I'd be free. But real freedom does not come from changing the external conditions of your life. It comes from changing your relationship to those conditions. When your mind is no longer bound by craving, aversion, or ignorance, then you are free, no matter where you are or what you're doing. To truly understand this kind of freedom, we must first confront the fact that most of us live in chains, not physical chains, but mental and emotional ones. We are enslaved by our desires, our fears, our regrets, and our expectations. We want things to be a certain way. We cling to people, possessions, and identities, and we suffer deeply when those things change, as they inevitably do. The Buddhist path teaches us that these chains are not real in an ultimate sense. They are constructs of the mind, born from misunderstanding the nature of reality. We think that we are separate from the world, that we can control it, possess it, or manipulate it to satisfy our ego. But all things are impermanent, interconnected, and empty of inherent self. The more we try to hold on, the more we suffer. Observing freedom means to see through these illusions. It means to recognize that clinging leads to suffering, and that letting go leads to peace. It means to turn our awareness inward, to examine our attachments, and to begin loosening their grip on our hearts. Imagine a person walking through a beautiful forest. The trees are tall and the air is fresh, but this person is so busy checking their phone, worrying about work, and replaying old arguments that they don't even see the beauty around them. Their body is free, but their mind is imprisoned. Now imagine someone else walking through a crowded street. There's noise, chaos, and people rushing in every direction. But this person walks slowly, breathing deeply, observing the moment with clarity and compassion. Their circumstances may seem stressful, but inwardly they are calm, centered, and completely free. This is the essence of observing freedom. It's not about where you are, it's about how you are. It's not about what's happening outside you, it's about what's happening within you. The practice of observing freedom begins with awareness. This is not ordinary awareness, but mindful, non-judgmental observation of your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Instead of reacting to everything that arises, you start to simply watch. You watch your breath, you watch your thoughts, you watch your feelings come and go. And in that watching, you begin to realize that none of it defines you. This is where real freedom begins, not in changing the world, but in changing your mind. Not in escaping discomfort, but in resting within it with presence and clarity. Through meditation, we cultivate this observing mind. We train ourselves to be present without judgment, to see thoughts as passing clouds rather than absolute truths. Over time, this changes the very structure of our consciousness. We no longer become entangled in every emotional storm. We learn to return, again and again, to the still point within the place of freedom that no one can take away from us. In the Heart Sutra, Avalokiteshvara reveals that form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. This profound teaching is at the core of observing freedom. It means that nothing we experience has a permanent, independent identity. Everything is fluid, dynamic, and interconnected. When we see this clearly, we stop clinging to forms and begin to flow with life. Freedom is not the absence of form. It's the understanding that form is never fixed. It is the realization that nothing can be grasped, and therefore nothing can bind us. But this kind of insight does not come through intellectual study alone. It arises through direct experience. Though the quiet and consistent practice of mindful observation, it requires patience, humility, and a deep commitment to seeing things as they are. As your practice deepens, you may begin to notice subtle changes in your life. You react less to criticism. You feel less anxious about the future. You no longer chase after things that once seemed so important. You start to feel a quiet joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. You become less interested in being right and more interested in being kind. You stop needing to win arguments or prove your worth. Instead, you rest in the understanding that your value does not depend on external validation. You begin to embody the qualities of Avalokiteshvara not as an external figure, but as your own awakened nature. This transformation is not sudden. It unfolds slowly, like a flower blooming in spring. But with each moment of mindful observation, each breath of compassionate presence, you move closer to the freedom you seek. Let's be clear, a freedom doesn't mean you won't feel pain. It doesn't mean you won't have challenges or losses, but it means that even in the midst of pain, you are not broken. Even in the face of difficulty, you are not defeated. You are present, awake, and anchored in a deeper truth that cannot be shaken. This is what it means to observe freedom, to live in the world without being consumed by it, to engage fully without attachment, to love without fear, and to let go without regret. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has helped you reflect on the meaning of true freedom and inspired you to begin observing your life with greater clarity and presence. If you felt a stirring in your heart or a recognition in your soul, know that this path is open to you right now. No matter where you are or what you've been through, the freedom you seek is already within you. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need this message. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel and help us bring more teachings to those who are seeking. Until next time, may you walk the path of awareness, compassion, and true inner freedom. Thank you for watching this video.